request each one of you to introduce yourself briefly. My name is Dinakar. Most of you know me, and I have been doing coaching and mentoring for companies for the last 10 years. And earlier to this, I was in Bosch doing various roles. Then who's the next in the line? Yeah, Vivek, you can go next in the line, and then.
No, before Dinakarji, I wanted to just start this.
Yeah, please go on. Please go on, Prasanna.
First of all, I think Sandeep, you have joined, right?
Yeah, Sandeep is there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm there. I'm there. I'm
First of
audible?
all, very good afternoon to all of you. This meeting, good afternoon and very warm welcome to all of the participants here. I think you are having a large sum of experience and expertise in industry for many years. And Laghu Udyog Bharati is the All India MSME organization, wherein we wanted to empower our MSME fraternity with the new capabilities for the growth and to avoid firefighting and adopt new technologies, or totally for the adoption of technology or efficiency, waste reduction, elimination of unwanted activities, so that MSME can take up growth path. For next 1 or 2 years, we can be with them and help them to understand their operation, how to improve, what are the uh, improvement points, these kind of things. I think government of India is also coming up with the lean program and ZDD. But what Laghu Udyog Bharati thought was, we can do much better than that with the expertise like Dinakar Murthy Krishna or the team of people who have joined now. So your expertise not only in quality, operations, efficiency, technology adoptions. So I think you can have a discussion now, and what is the modus of operandi, how we can connect with, and what is the major takeaway for MSMEs. These kind of discussions and how we can approach them. Many of our entrepreneurs are very much interested to adopt this kind of capability improvement programs, and how we can approach implement with them, what is the duration of this course, what may be the fee, and these kind of discussions we will have it now, and we can arrive a concept. Afterwards we will implement. Is it right, Sandeep ji?
Yes, sir. Yes, I'm audible?
Yes,
you are.
Yeah.
So I request Sri Dinakar ji, former Vice President of Bosch and Director of Samuthána Consultants. And I also invited Mr. Shivram Tier, who was having more than 35 years of experience in industry, especially in new product development, quality, and he was Six Sigma Black Belt consultant. Uh, he is engaged with many MSMEs and corporate companies for as a consultant and mentor. So I welcome each every one of you, and we can go ahead now. Sri Dinakarji, over to you. Dinakarji?
One of my other mentors wanted to join. He had a problem technically, so sorry for that.
Okay.
I think, Prasanna, you completed or you are still?
Yes,
wanting to add
we have completed.
You're completed. Okay, so can you hear me all?
Sure.
Yeah. So the basic
Yes,
idea
yes.
was that we would try to do something where the MSMEs can benefit from the wisdom available in the market. So based on that, I had made some proposal as to what could be done. And this proposal I discussed with Prasanna, who is the CEO of Supram Industries. They are a SME, a small scale company where they cater to almost all the markets. And also, Prasanna is the General Secretary of Lagu Udyog Bharati in Karnataka. So through that, he is connected to a large network in India, which is a Lagu Udyog Bharati, which basically comprises of small and micro and small industries. My medium industries are rarely there in this group. Before I make a presentation, maybe each one of you can do a very quick introduction. Vivek, would you like to start with that? I'll just go in the sequence order that is visible here. Vivek, please.
Yeah. Myself, Vivek, I have almost about 25-30 years of experience. I was working with Vidya, Public Metal, and last 4 years, Dinakar and me are working together in propagating doHow.
Ajit.
Yeah, good evening to you all. My name is Ajit Kaikini. I wanted to be a trainer right from college. So I worked 5 years in sales. I'm basically a pharmacist. I worked in sales and marketing for 5 years, became Western India head, left that, went into production, IDEX, Benadryl, Park Davis India Limited, and then went in for admin and training in Manipal Hospital as the chief pharmacist. After that, I started my own firm called Buoyancy, basically working on human excellence. How to implement, what are the techniques which are implemented, because what happens unless the mindset is put into gear, people do not put it in action. A lot of systems are there, but they don't get implemented only because of that. So I work on those things. Thank you.
Thank you. Anand, please go on.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Dinakar, for inviting me. And thank you, Sandeep, for inviting me, Mr. Parvatikar. So I am Anand Deshpande. I have 33 years of work experience. I'm a shop floor guy. I'm a manufacturing guy. I have been working, I started my career as a production engineer and did my MBA then from the United States. Worked around the world for about 14 years or so in my 33 years. Came back to Bengaluru in 2007, and from 2010, I am for the last almost 14 years, I am on my own, propagating lean manufacturing in SMEs, big companies, various brands, and multiple industries. That is what I do for a living. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Anand. Then we have got Avinit. Please go on.
Good afternoon. My name is Anvit Amacharya, and to be honest, I'm not as experienced as you all. I've been doing this for about a year or so. My background is industrial psychology. So that's it. That's pretty much it from my side. And I would like to thank Ajit sir for inviting me, and it's an honor to be with you all.
Thank you so much.
That was not clear.
Please. No, please go on, Anvit. You need to repeat what you said.
No, I'm not as experienced as you all are. It's just one and a half year for me. And my background is psychology. I'm a master's in psychology. And I'd like to thank Ajit sir for inviting me. And it's an honor to be amongst you people.
Yeah, then we have got Dr. KK. Can you please introduce yourself, sir?
Good evening, Dinakar.
Yeah, good evening.
Nice to see you here.
Yeah.
I don't know what this particular forum is.
Anyway, just switch on
Sandeep,
switch on the video so that your others can see your face too, if possible.
Let me try, because my laptop has gone screwed up.
Then no problem, KK. Just go on.
Okay, so Sandeep invited me, and then I thought, let me just jump in to see what it is, this particular forum.
Yeah, sure.
That's all.
Okay. Then KK is a business coach. He helps companies grow. Okay. Then after that, you got Naresh. Please go on, Naresh.
Yeah, good afternoon all. Thank you for inviting me. I have basically about 30 years of work experience across multiple functions, starting from production to sales to business development, project management, and still a learner, I would say, trying to learn from people like Dinakar, how to do business, how to do well, and in the same time also trying to share my learnings with other people. Currently retired, but working as a part-time business with certain friends of mine to help companies improve their business.
Thank you so much, Naresh. Prashant, please introduce yourself, Ji. Prashant Ji.
Yeah, good afternoon to all. Nice to see you, Dinakar and Vivek, after a long time. And thanks, Sandeep, for inviting me for this meeting. My name is Prashant Pimpalkote from Mumbai. I'm MTech from IIT Mumbai. I have worked 37 years in L&T, one Japanese multinational, and then last was the Triveni Turbine Limited in Bangalore. After retiring from a position of Executive Vice President, Manufacturing Supply Chain, I started my own company called Mactexcel Consultant, and I'm today working in the MSME space for last 3 years. I got 6 or 7 clients in Pinya, Bogasandra, Magadi Road, and currently I'm visiting a client in Chennai also. So that is my background, and I help people, small industries, to grow their businesses through improving their manufacturing processes and business decision-making processes. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Sandeep, would you like to introduce yourself, please?
Hello, good evening, everyone. Myself, Sandeep Parvatikar. I'm a secretary at Laghu Udyoga Bharati. I run a company called Unnati CNC Technologies Private Limited. We manufacture machined components. We export mostly about 60% of our products, and we have customers in India also. We also have another company called Atlanta Pumps Private Limited. We manufacture submersible pumps. Here in Laghu Udyoga Bharati, I have a capacity building panel heading. This what me.
Thank you so much, Sandeep. Shivram, would you like to please introduce yourself?
Yeah, just give me a minute. I'm switching on my video. Can you all see me and hear me?
Yeah, very much.
Yeah. Good evening, gentlemen. I'm Shivram. As Prasanna gave a brief about me, I have been working for past 35 years. Since last June, I'm retired. Basically a mechanical engineer with a master's in my tool engineering. So throughout my career, I was more associated with product development and process improvements. Process, not necessarily the manufacturing processes alone, the quality system processes as well. That's where my Six Sigma Black Belt certification also has helped me. I was certified by Honeywell as a Black Belt. Since my retirement, I have been associated with a couple of small industries for quality process improvement as well as manufacturing solution provision. So
thank you so much,
that's
sir.
my brief.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. Sushma ji, can you please introduce yourself? You have to unmute yourself, Sushma ji.
Good evening, and sorry about that. I was on another call. Hello all, my name is Shushma, and I am a trainer by profession with about 10-12 years of experience. Dealing with students, motivating them is a key aspect of what I work on. I thank Ajit sir for inviting me over for this program today. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. And finally, we have only one person left for introduction, which is Ramakrishnan, known as MCR. He is one of my mentors in my career, and he is also known as excellence guru, excellence, what should I say, master in the Indian business excellence fraternity. MCR, would you like to please introduce yourself? I think he's still getting his... yeah, MCR, would you like to please introduce yourself? Your audio is not on, sir.
He's still connecting.
He's still connecting. Audio is not on. MCR, your audio is still not on.
No, it's not connecting for him.
Not connecting. I don't know what the problem is.
Connected.
Yeah.
Oh, no. He's having some connectivity issue.
I don't know what the problem is. MCR, can you hear me? No.
You will not be able to answer.
So just hold on. Just give me a minute. I'll just make a phone call because he's very... and then we can continue. No problem. When he comes on board, then I'll try to introduce him. See, the basic basic objective was, you can see that there are people here who are coaches for just 1 second. That's MCR. MCR, you have to fix it. Connect to your audio.
I'm not able to connect the audio. I was trying that.
Now, maybe you have to see there, but it says that computer audio, or there will be a Wi-Fi on or cellular network.
But it's not working. I don't know why.
If you just click on it, it should work. Wi-Fi or cellular, it will say.
That one I was trying. That one is not working. Anyway, let me see. Again, I'll try.
Please try. Once you come in, then I'll call you for introduction. We'll interrupt. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. So the idea was that we try to not only when Prasanna spoke about MSME, it is not just the owner who is very crucial in the MSME, but also there are a lot of leaders, budding leaders, and many of them you can call in the traditional conventional terminology, which may be a little harsh. We call them as old bandicoots. So these old bandicoots also need to change their mindset if the growth has to happen. So many a times the MSME owner may not have the bandwidth, and that's the reason, Prasanna, I've invited Ajit, who is really an expert in getting people to do what they would not like to do. And then we got youngsters like Anvit, who is budding in that space, and also Sushma, who looks at students. So we need to really look at a comprehensive solution. Therefore, I've invited this also to give their perspective, apart from the technically oriented audience here. So what my objective of this meeting is very simple. I'll take about 15 to 20 minutes to make a presentation. I'd shared the slides with you. Only those slides I'll explain to you first. And after that, we have about half an hour to listen to your opinion, as to what needs to be done to make this model work. That's the basic objective. And if suppose you say it doesn't really work at all, then also please be frank enough in telling. Then we will choose a different path, where there's no point in simply, we need to really give such a huge value for the MSMEs that they can just hop on board without really thinking twice. That is the objective. With that objective, I'll share my screen and start the presentation. And in case MCR joins in between, Vivek, please admit him. And I would then interrupt to give him the chance to introduce himself, because the others who are there may not be knowing MCR, but for a few. So it's important that we give him a chance to introduce himself. So with this, let me now hide the floating controls, then go to the presentation modus. Are you able to see my screen?
Yes,
Is
sir.
my
Yes, sir.
screen
Yeah,
visible? Okay.
yeah.
So I have totally about 6 to 7 slides, mainly talking about MSME space. We are looking at companies which are a micro company. A micro company can have one person with 3 or 4 machines, and mainly in the manufacturing sector. Why manufacturing sector? Because this is the sector which is now poised to grow exponentially with so much amount of input and emphasis coming on the defense sector, defense aerospace, then the Make in India initiative. All that will take shape. When many may be a little skeptical in telling that, look, Make in India didn't really work. In my opinion, it has taken time. The gestation period is a little longer. Now the growth will be exponential. And if we can empower the micro and small companies, then we would really be able to create a revolution in India. And that's the reason why I've been discussing with LUB to come up with some solution. So first is, I'm going to talk about the MSME challenges, then MSME mentor pool, what I'm going to propose, then adherence audit pool, then targeted programs, then doHow as a SaaS platform as one of the options. I've over the last 10 years developed this as a solution to be able to afford to offer programs at affordable price. And finally, digital self-learning modules is the last topic. So with this, first I'll talk about the challenges. The first and the foremost challenge for a MSME is the lack of an accountability buddy. When I say accountability buddy, in a large company where you have business excellence and various other initiatives and where the lean is quite matured, there, whether he is a CEO or even the chairman of the board, has some accountability buddy. The chairman of the board has the accountability buddy in the form of the shareholders, and the CEO, for him, the board itself would be the accountability buddy. When I say accountability buddy, if I have committed that I'm going to do ABC jobs, then somebody will hold you accountable to check whether those jobs were done or not. Whereas in the MSME case, the owner is generally not having that luxury because he's alone. most of these micro and small companies are proprietary run companies, or even if it is partnership company, the partners don't hold each other accountable many a times. It is not always the case. And the second thing is there is no person to whom they are answerable to. And to add it to that, they have a huge uncertainty in personal time management. This is what I have seen in the last 10 years. The possibility, like in a large company where you've got a fantastic calendar is managed by somebody, or you only manage your calendar, and you can reserve time for specific activities. That luxury the MSME owners don't have. And that luxury not being there, accountability becomes even more critical, because they would have done so many other jobs which is necessary, but the ones which they wanted to do is not completed. Therefore, the accountability buddy has more importance here. Then the knowledge and usage of good financial practices. Here, there is a lot of wisdom available in the market. I keep listening to various experts during the Sit Chat. That's a program I run every Thursday in the evening. I've been doing it for almost 1 year now with various experts from various domains. And there is a general consensus that 1 out of 10 consultants are really not that, don't have that kind of a core mass, core experience and core wisdom to be able to suggest something which is correct. So therefore, the knowledge and usage of financial practices is again a challenge. Then low maturity of basic practices and Kaizen. I'll talk about what these basic practices are. Kaizen is basically continuous improvement. The continuous improvement culture is not very strong in these companies for various reasons. Okay, we'll come to that. Then awareness of available government schemes. Again, a lot of people talk about a lot of government schemes, but the actual utilization of these schemes is a big challenge. So there again, awareness of how to use, what to use is again a big challenge. Missing dedicated sales and marketing team. For a micro or a small company, the owner is the sales and marketing team, is all in all. So there again, we have a huge challenge. How do we make sure that they can continue to market themselves and then grow? Here, the secret which I have found in my own clients, some of the ones who are already in the conference call here, the key has been to use the internal resources of the marketing team, though they are not in the same function. Somebody may be in the function of production, somebody may be in the function of quality, but each one of them have their own network. And marketing through that network has been the most effective, though there is no formal marketing team. Then erratic attrition and basically of the blue collar talent. I'm sure you can think of this. People go to the next door company for about 500 rupees increase in salary because the salaries are low. Why the salaries are low? Because most of the micro and small companies work in the contract manufacturing sector. Again, in manufacturing. Same is the case with contract research. Same is the case with contract engineering in the Indian context. Because of that, they don't have so much amount of margins to really pay high salaries, because the customer is calculating the cost based on the what is called as zero-based budgeting, and they are make the ends meet. It is extremely difficult for them to be able to pay market top salaries to blue collar workmen. Some of the very what should I say, important and very valuable staff, and even for blue collar, many MSMEs pay best in the market salaries, but as a general rule, it is difficult. Therefore, the attrition is high. That's again a huge challenge. Onboarding is a new challenge. And now with the contract workmen, many of the companies have adopted to work with contract workmen. So there, the onboarding of the contract workmen is again a challenge. It won't happen very quickly, but they need to produce the day they come into the factory. Otherwise, we won't be able to give the output. And this challenge is something which is very critical. Unless we have some ways of making sure that they produce immediately, it's quite challenging to meet the customer demand. Now, these are the common challenges which I, along with Sandeep, Prasanna, and Srinivasan, we had listed out, did a brainstorming and noted down. And after that, we validated that these are all the real challenges. And based on these challenges, I have now tried to say what could be done. First, the foremost is to have an accountability buddy. For that, one option was to go for retired executives and senior entrepreneurs who have already left their entrepreneurship role and want to do something for the society. Here, the basic idea is to create a volunteer pool of mentors, volunteer mentors, basically pro bono. Reason for this is the affordability of a MSME to pay in advance is not very high. However, again, I'm talking from my experience. I've not had a single MSME in the last 10 years who default the payments because the job was not done, because they didn't want to do it. That has never been the case in my situation. Whereas the larger companies have taken their own sweet time to pay. MSME, especially the micro and small companies, have been really damn good in payment. They may have delayed 1 month, but not months together like in a large company. Because me being a one-off vendor, they're not important. They're not really in the direct value stream. So they take strategic decisions to delay the payments. Whereas the MSME would find it difficult to pay in advance because unless that benefit is reaped, they won't be able to have additional cash flow. Once the benefit is reaped, in my experience, the micro and the small companies are more than happy to share their additional value which was created. So therefore, pro bono, not because we don't want to start it initially. Maybe at some point of time we can charge something, but right now pro bono. And the scope is to mentor on effectiveness of these basic practices using a structured platform. Why a structured platform? Then we can say that we are doing something which can be repeatable. You imagine a McDonald's chain, because we need to really see if we can connect to all the companies in India and maybe go outside India also. In that case, we need to have a structure, therefore a structured platform. For example, doHow could be one option. And to be the accountability buddy for the management. That is very, very key. That means this particular mentor will ask the owner every week or every 15 days, whenever they meet, have you done these jobs which you are committed to? And what are the areas that we will work on? One is to make sure that everybody in the organization have understood what the current situation is and what the ideal situation is and what the gap. So that there is a common understanding as to what we are going to do. There is no point in doing so many actions simultaneously. It's important that one action after the other we do it. Then the transformation happens very quickly. That is the first thing. And once the action is decided, it is important to create some kind of a daily pledge to the purpose and the rules of the game. This again is a practice which is not common in any micro or a small company. In a large company, every day in the morning, there is a shift beginning meeting and where the operators are being bombarded with what is important, what needs to be done during the day, what are the basic activities that they have to do. That is being repeated every day. And that is one of the reasons why there is consistency. And in the small companies, micro companies, this practice is not there. It's a very simple thing. We also can do that. All of us pray. It's a simple prayer to say that this is what we want to do. And in doing that, you have reinforced that particular focus with everybody's mind. And to make sure that they don't miss it out, it's important to do an audit. Audit is something which is extremely difficult for a micro or a small company. There, most of the companies don't really want to do any audit at all, because audit throws out non-conformances, and that means some action has to be done. So once the pledge is taken, whatever we want to do, for that audit is a mandatory thing, not because we don't believe people are doing, because people are prone to forget, people are prone to make a mistake, because we are working at the conscious level. Once this cycle becomes a habit, like in the case of very, very highly advanced companies like Toyota or a Bosch or a Volvo, ABB also. So here, then it becomes a natural thing. There is no need for any further close monitoring and close auditing. There also auditing is a must, but not at a very high frequency, because it becomes a habit. And based on this audit, whatever hot topics were noticed, to do a weekly training or retraining on the same topic once again. Weekly retraining, training, and continual improvement. If this basic cycle of what is called as a PDCA, one is to have a standard, which is a common understanding or a plan, and then make a doing is the pledge to do something, checking is the auditing what we do, acting is learning from whatever we checked and did. And that is the cycle. And this cycle is where I feel if we can mentor MSMEs, it's not a big thing. We're not talking about teaching anything. It's only to make sure that MSMEs use this cycle consistently. That is the first proposal. The second one is to say that we need also a structured platform for doing an audit, because without the audit, the mentor will not be able to analyze remotely to be able to help the MSME. So this audit is a mandatory thing, so that based on the audit, the mentor can then guide the MSME what could be done. When I say MSME, it could be the owner, it could be a budding leader in that owner, or it could be a bandicoot, the word which I used initially, somebody who is old, he is extremely experienced, but has a very, very fixed mindset. Any of these three could be the mentees. So for them to be guiding what the mentee should do, it's important to have some kind of an evidence, which this can be done remotely. That is why doHow is one example which we can use. Then the next is, once we have done the audit and we know what the key pain points are, Then we create focused training programs only on those topics. Focused training programs only on those topics, generic topics like delegation, general topics like policy deployment, something like full kit checklist. It is something simple. Before you start any activity, make sure that you have gathered all information and materials and documents necessary for doing that particular job, or something which is a very, very classical old topic of influence and concern. These are generic topics. Otherwise, it could be something more specific, control plan, PDCA cycle itself, or it could be sourcing strategy, how you could develop, or it could be something on process mapping, etc. So for this program, I feel we should charge, and the mentor would be the one responsible for making sure the MSMEs attend the program. Because there, once the relationship between the mentor and the mentee is established, whatever the mentor says, normally the micro or small company is ready to go in that direction, because they have a confidence, the trust is built up. And again, I'm talking from my experience. If I have been mentoring some company, moment there is some opportunity, they ask me, Dinakar, what do you think? Is it good? I say it is fantastic. You send somebody. I also suggest who should be going there. Then without thinking twice, they send them there for the training program. So the getting people to the training program is also a problem in this space. This particular strategy of getting the mentor to recommend this training program will help not only the organizations organizing the training programs, but also the employees to get qualified in only those areas which are weak as per the audit is concerned. So we are trying to do something which is extremely focused. And the idea is every 3 months, we should be talking about a new transformation, not do everything in one go. Every 3 months, keep on doing transformation continuously. And for that, the charging could be that we can think of some kind of a subscription, and there may be MSME who is already a member of LUB can pay the subscription. Otherwise, they have to pay some additional money. This is the next one. Now here, after these things, I want to just show you the doHow SaaS platform, for which the input would be from trainers. These would be the partners, trainers, subject matter experts, higher education faculty, change managers in companies. All this would then use all these modules. There are various modules here. How do you do individual and company goal setting, business chakras? There are multiple modules here. Today, my objective is not to sell this platform, but to say that I've done some amount of groundwork. Together, we can create a base which can create a revolution in the industry. And the customers for this could be the students and freshers, executives in companies, educational institutions and companies. The reason why I'm talking about this is today, whatever kind of a platform you have in the market, the minimum price of that starts from somewhere around 2,500 to 3,000 rupees a month per employee. And that is something which is not at all affordable for a MSME, because all these platforms originate from US or somewhere in Western Europe, and their pricing is for their local condition. For example, $25 a month, $25 a month for somebody who's earning $3,500, $4,000 a month is a very, very less percentage in comparison to paying 3,000 rupees a month for somebody who's earning 14,000 rupees a month. And that's the reason why the MSME cannot afford. Not because the guys are not ready to pay, but they can't afford. It's a physical limitation. Whereas, if we can do something where it is much, much cheaper, let us say we are offering something for 250 rupees, 500 rupees a month, for somebody who's earning 15,000 rupees a month, it would be something comparable to the same ratio as in the US or Western Europe. Then the affordability and the readiness would be there, is my belief. And I've been doing it with some of the MSMEs who are paying 500 rupees a month. There's no problem at all. They don't see the pinch. And there are some who pay up to 1,000 rupees a month, depending on what the value add is. There is no pinch at all, because they see that the productivity has improved and that much amount of value is delivered. That is the essence that I want to show in this slide. And the last one is on the content. See, I'm not sure when any of you are aware of this QPNOS made by NSDC. NSDC is National Skill Development Corporation. QPNOS stands for Qualification Pack National Operating or National Operational Standards, I think. Operational Standards. And they have defined the standards for every different role in the industry. For example, this is for qualification pack for lead assessor, qualification pack for CNC, vertical machining center operator, qualification pack for welding supervisor. They've got qualification pack for beautician, qualification pack for housekeeping personnel, qualification pack for every profession in India. It has got a qualification pack. And there are totally about 3,000 qualification packs. The idea was to see if we can get some of these companies who are into AR, which is augmented reality, VR, virtual reality, MR for mixed reality, whether they could develop training program with gamification only for blue collar employees based on this NSDC QP NOS. I'm into conversation with some of those companies. It costs money. It's not free, not easy. So here one option was whether we can seek some government grants for this initiative or use crowdfunding as an option to get these training programs developed. So that when a new contract company enters the company, this guy is given this training program. He can do it on his own, on his mobile device, or we can also have 1 or 2 tablets available there. And once the training program is done, then he comes to the machine to start working. And that would simulate whatever he's supposed to do on the workplace. And this involves not only the technical skills, but also some of the soft skills necessary for that particular job role. The QPNOS talks about what all is necessary for you to execute the job role. Even to the extent of telling that, look, I need to be able to maintain cordial relationships with my colleagues. I need to be understanding how to complement them. These are all part of the skills which are required for somebody to execute a job in an industry. So with that, I come to the end. Now I just unshare my screen, and then I will share this presentation in the chat box for those of you who want to see before you ask any question. And then I'm most interested in listening to your ideas and thoughts. Before that, let me request my mentor, one of my mentors, Mr. MC Ramakrishnan, who is also a kind of a guru in the excellence world in India, to please introduce himself. MCR, please introduce yourself, sir.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Ramakrishnan. I joined, I'm a mechanical engineer from IIT Madras, 1970. And I joined MICO as a trainee in 1970 and retired from MICO Bosch in the year 2007 as VP Quality. So that has been my innings in the industry. 29 years in quality and 8 years in manufacturing and projects put together. So that was my experience. And after that, I've been a consultant and a trainer in the field of quality. So that's what I'm doing. This is my background. So we had a chat between me and Dinakar. And he asked me, would I be agreeing to be a mentor? I said, yes, by all means, yes. Most welcome.
Yeah, so now, thanks a lot, MCR. Now, at this stage, maybe we go through the list, and then I'm not able to share it to everybody. I don't know what the problem is. Maybe it's something to do with the settings. I'll figure out that. In the meantime, can you please share your opinion, starting with our MCR? You can also start. Whatever I explained to you, what do you think? Does it work? Where do you think the bottlenecks would be? What could be the potential problems?
The gaps identified, the typical gaps identified by you is right. That is what is the gap which is there, which is what I have also observed in the MSMEs. So, except that last slide, which is completely new to me, that scheme, that government scheme for the AR, this thing, that is completely new to me. But the rest of it, what you said, is right. We can guide them in those gaps, and that would be a way to take it forward. My opinion. I think that's perfectly right.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you. Now the next was Ajit. What is your take on that, please?
Yeah, I think that one word, accountability. See, today what has happened is the basic tendencies and temperaments in people are so fluctuating. So unless there is an accountability partner, they cannot be stabilized. Today, everyone is in a turmoil, and they come to work with so many tensions. So if there is a very positive accountability partner, a whole lot of changes take place, including your, whether it's production and, quality rejections, or bringing down the rejection rates, or maybe increasing sales, because nowadays, as you rightly pointed out, in all MSMEs, they take MBA marketing because of the qualification, but the qualities are missing. So an accountability partner giving them support, it's like a child trying to climb a tree, and a little push it, it's able to climb better. I think that is one very big thing which needs to be worked upon.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Ajit ji. Now we have got Ajit. Then after Anand, would you like to share your views?
Yeah,
on this?
I think what you have shared, the challenges that we face in the MSME industry, etc. These are all fine. But what I basically think is, ultimately it's about implementing and making the industry really do well, right?
Yeah.
and really the country really is forging ahead. The basic problem that I have seen, I have also been consulting with some MSMEs, though I've consulted with big companies and I'm consulting with big brands as well, but also with MSMEs. I like the MSMEs because decision making is very quick. Decision making is very quick, but the basic problem I find is with the mindset of the entrepreneurs. Okay. Coupled with the fact that you don't have the best people under them who work for them, okay, because of the salary scales, etc., etc. So I think the first problem, as Mr. Ajit said in the beginning, that it is about working on the mindset of the people, right? What really, because they are the ones who are going to change the industry. You can have as many techniques, as many consultants and all that, but if they don't even care about the consultants when you go and talk to them, I think it is going to be a problem. Secondly, what I found is that there is so much waste in the system that even by using simple techniques like full kitting, like using 5S, like, a simple tool like 8D or a 5Y, you can actually effect good improvement in the first 2-3 years when you actually, start the engagement. So I think that what you say is right, but I think it requires a lot of mentoring of the entrepreneurs themselves, rather than just saying that, hey, we have this initiative, please come and join us. Because I find that even forming a cluster for a MSME, for a lean initiative like lean consulting is very difficult. Getting people on board, they take a lot of time because they're always grappling with issues of delivery, grappling with issues of quality, you see. So I think working on the mindset of the entrepreneur is what really matters to me. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now we'll talk about that a little later at the end, because that's something which needs to be debated also, in my opinion, because we need to understand what we are talking about as far as the mindset is concerned. Avinit, do you have anything to share? Anvit, sorry.
Yeah, that's okay. So, can we focus on implementing cognitive skills, improving their cognitive skills, including the entrepreneurs and the employees or the laborers? So it is what individual makes up for an MSME. If we can improve the cognitive ability skills, any cognitive skills we can focus on,
Yeah, and what do you mean by cognitive skills?
such as their way of making decisions, how to tackle a problem, how to critically analyze or think.
Okay. So it's more some kind of employability skills, basic employability skills. Is that correct? Or
Yeah.
Should I add here?
Yeah, please go on. Please.
Dinakar, what I've seen is cognitive simply means thinking, but the problem comes with the perception. Thinking is no problem, but if my perspectives, are varying from the way I'm looking at things.
Yeah.
Most of the time when the meetings are lost because the perspectives are not matching.
Okay.
The goals and the vision and the mission. If we work on the perspectives, and the perspectives can be changed if the intention of everybody is one pointed.
Yeah.
So if you go backward integration, the main thing is the intention.
Okay. So that means when you talk about that, you're talking about changing the intention of the purpose of each individual. There again, change in mindset, right? Mindset.
In Lupin Pharma, when I worked on the shop floor, we only backward integrated and found most of the people come to work for the month-end salary. The intention is not productivity. The intention is not quality. Are you getting the picture?
Yeah.
So we saved a lot. Rejections came down like nobody's business. Only because we backward integrated into the intentions. The intentions are not pinpointed with one focus.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, understood. Yeah. So now we go to the next person in the line, which is KK. Would you like to share your perspective on this? KK, you have anything to share? Okay, no, I don't think he's there. Prasanna, I'll come to you in the last. Then Naresh, would you have anything to share on whatever you heard till now?
So I would say it's a very interesting topic and definitely something that needs to be discussed at length. But on top of mind, I would say that the idea of providing them software as a service might appeal, but at the end of the day, they would want to see what's your skin in the game. Okay, so up till now, whatever we have said is like, okay, maybe we are doing pro bono, we free, but it still doesn't, take away the factor of the risk of failure of doing something, because things may go wrong after he follows your advice.
Mm-hmm.
So his entire issue is that what if things go wrong?
Mm-hmm.
Now, how can we prevent that thought
Mhm.
from entering his mind?
Mhm.
That should be somehow, thought about deeply, because only then he will take the risk of saying, okay, let me try it out.
Mhm.
What you're saying.
Understood. Yeah, understood. I'll just note down, and at the end we'll come back again one more round because I'll close it on time. Don't worry about that. Then after that we have got Prashant. What is your any comment from your side, sir?
Yeah. Okay. I mean, I have been involved with MSMEs for many days. Even during the job where I was doing, I did a lot of activities for
Yeah, I think the signal is very weak, Prashant. We'll come back to you a little in a while. So
yeah,
let's
I
go
agree,
to
because I'm traveling. Yeah.
no problem. Okay, let's go to KK. KK, do you have anything to add?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, very much. Please go on.
Okay. I was trying to figure out which button to press.
Yeah.
Okay. Basically, it is a well presented document. I think the earlier, members, whoever spoke, they really gave good insights. My only take here is, somewhere down the line, the business owners have stopped or they're lacking motivation. They're tired, in whatever way, if I have to put it in a way. A person who would have started his business some 20-25 years or 30 years, he's been slugging his back off. Somewhere in between, he has lost his motivation, his own zeal to go forward to do whatever he wants to do. He just wants to keep the ball rolling. So whatever idea we have to give him, etc., it will be just like a overhead transmission, or he'll be saying that these buggers don't have any other work. They are calling themselves as business coaches, business consultants, etc., and coming and dumping crap on us. Somewhere, if we are able to get back their motivation, somehow that's what I have seen. They're tired, look at doing the same damn thing day in and day out. So
Understood.
somewhere, if we get back their motivation, then everything, the ball starts going faster.
Understood. Thank you so much. So
Thank
last
you.
we have is Shivram. Would you like to share anything, sir?
Yes. First of all, thanks for the presentation. My experience is also my experience hovers around whatever you have captured so far. Thank you for that. My opinion is, or my experience rather, with the MSMEs is, unless they ask for something, if we go and start projecting that this is what you can do, they'll not believe. Okay, for some reason or the other. Second thing is the commitment for at every level. Basically, what happens is you start an initiative, they start with you, and after that, it changes the priority. Today's priority is not this, so let me keep it aside. So that keeping aside will go on and on and on, and it will never come up again. Okay, so it is indeed essential that identifying an accountability buddy. Okay, but how much of empowerment that we give to that buddy is also important. That's what I have seen in a couple of cases, a couple of my other clients, that they identify but they don't give the empowerment. So the person loses faith in taking over the responsibilities because he doesn't have a free hand for whatever reason. It may be valid reasons also, but that's something which has to be carefully carefully jotted down, carefully drafted rather, the descriptions of this accountability transfers. Okay, so otherwise, I think mentoring and these trainings and all are needed, and I was part of training people in quality tools or otherwise the processes, or even including this soft skills as well. Okay, so it is required, but sustenance. The other problem that I have been seeing is retention. Retention is a big deal in small industries. Wherever I go, I keep hearing how to retain people. They cannot retain people because they can't pay more. That's first point. Second point is they don't get the right hands to start off. So they have to train them. The moment they train them, they go away. So some of these industries are becoming training centers.
Mhm.
So it is a very good initiative. It is a must to do in my opinion. And I am all in for any help that I can be of.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's my opinion. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I think we have not missed anybody, right? Only Prashant was traveling, so we could not. Vivek, sorry, Vivek, you are. I'm extremely sorry. Yeah, please go on, Vivek. I had not missed
No,
you. Yeah.
I don't have anything to say. I share
Please
it
go on.
separately. No, I don't have anything to say. I just said, except Prashant, we have covered everybody.
No, you also give your opinion,
It's
please.
fine.
No. It's
perfectly
no,
fine.
no. It's not fine. Please go on. Tell your opinion,
No,
please.
see, basically, okay, just since you're insisting, I would say that what I heard from everybody, that everybody has a particular method of delivering a particular requirement and sufficing that requirement for MSME. But what I did not hear, and I also heard, what I heard was the need to have a standardized pattern so that we can really possibly create a need that yes, this is the priority which is required, and through that priority establish a accountability body and a transparency in what is happening, is what I heard people say, and not say either, both of them.
Oh, okay. So you have heard the unsaid. That means you're telling there should be some structure, and that anyway is already part of the presentation.
That is what I heard from many people, that yes, people don't have priority. They may not believe that there is a urgency. The perception is a challenge. Accountability is a challenge. They lack motivation. And these things does indicate that need for certain things like this.
Okay, sure. Thank you so much, Vivek. Thank you very, very much. See, now I want to just challenge, because I just noted down whatever you all said during the interaction. I just share my screen once again. And then here, there is one thing which I want to challenge. Many said that the SME entrepreneur's mindset is a problem, motivation is a problem, is a challenge, that you recognize that. Whereas, in my opinion, my experience has been different. I have not met a single entrepreneur who doesn't want to grow. I have not met a single entrepreneur who doesn't have ambition. But the problem is, with whatever he has been doing till now, he has not really succeeded. And therefore, the reluctance to try anything new. But in terms of the ambition, in terms of the what do you call it as the core belief, core purpose, it's very, very strong. Everybody want to make a tremendous amount of money, not only money for themselves. They want to also contribute to the society in a big way. Every entrepreneur, whomever I have met, whether it is a person having only 2 machines, or a MSME guy having 20 machines, or maybe having 200 machines, never have I come across anybody who says that I don't want to grow, I don't want to become big. Everybody wants to become big. Now, to this, my only request is, Prasanna and Sandeep, would you like to comment on these two, on this topic, before we go to the next activity? In terms of entrepreneur mindset is a challenge, entrepreneurs needed to be motivated, and trigger must come from MSME. That means basically telling that, look, entrepreneurs are the barriers. What is your take on that? Both Sandeep and Prasanna, who are entrepreneurs. Please go on. Sandeep, first you, and then last Prasanna.
So, very well presented, sir. Whatever we had discussed other day, most of the things you have covered The biggest challenge in this process to me is how to bring entrepreneurs to this program. So within no short time time, about 10 12 consultants have come, but 10 12 entrepreneurs bringing is a very biggest challenge. As everyone said, the mindset of entrepreneurs is I know everything. And the second thing is they are also working on like a lot of challenges, day-to-day challenges, not delegating the work and all. So I think we should take it forward. I will get some people from this and let us help MSME to grow.
Yeah, understood. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, Sandeep. Prasanna, do you have anything to comment on this feedback which we got? That
yes, all the points, whatever everyone has shared, is whatever the points we have discussed some 2-3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
We are going to address that issues. That is the main agenda of this project.
Correct. Now, my question is, Prasanna.
But now all the we have the team of people here. They have worked with MSMEs and corporate companies. Now, how to go about? See, many of them are everyone is interested in growing, but as Sandeep was telling, no one is coming forward. Why means because of firefighting in their company. So what we can do, whoever interested in the first time or in the beginning, so we can catch hold of them and we can discuss with them. We can go about, and for approaching them, we should have some plan. We have to have some gap analysis. Then they have to involve with them. Their team should be involved. How to make them involved, and what is the purpose of it? What is the goal of this program? All those things we have to have a presentation, and we have to go to them, and they should understand. And the entrepreneur should make the team should understand why he is doing all those things. If at all some attritions happens, he has to take that challenge also, because I think we have the psychology people, and the team is well versed. We have Ajit ji and Anvit. They have already in this segment. Definitely, these are all the challenges one has to face. The motivation we need to give for the team, because they should not feel that these people are coming for interrupting all for their salaries. Otherwise, they are accountable only on 30th day of the month. Instead, we can say you are contributing every second of your time. Each and every second is very important for your company. That has to be brought in. So these are all the frameworks we have to do. Then I think this has to be taken forward. We have to do a framework of this program to reach out to MSMEs, and end result, what it will be.
Okay.
From his present turnover to next 2 years, what will be the growth, and present profitability to what is the profitability growth, and present customer rating to after 2 years, what is the growth. So these are all the key deliverables we have to show them, so that in 1 or 2 places we can do it, either in Bangalore North, Bangalore South, and many other districts have shown interest. With them, we can have either online and offline initial set of meetings. Afterwards, I think we can go ahead with the paid version of the implementation.
Yeah, but Prasanna, there is only 2 things. First question to you. There some of the participants here mentioned that the entrepreneurs are not so much excited. They are not having a very high-end aspiration. They have got tired. So what is your comment to that?
I think after 1 or 2 decades, if at all there is no successor for them, some of them behave like that. But if it is motivated, they can, I think, collide with some other industries, or they can have a joint venture or collaborations. Those kind of the growth path we need to guide them actually.
Okay.
See,
Okay, understood. Thank you so much. Thank you. And the only other thing which I wanted to share from my experience, Prasanna, the others can add. See, you spoke about the clear metrics, right? In terms of growth, in terms of profitability, attrition, whatever it is, or productivity, or it could be teamwork, whatever be the metric. But I think for anybody to be able to assess that on day one will not be possible. We would at least need about 2 to 3 months of this one-on-one meeting with the mentor for the mentor to really say what is the actual potential in that company, is my experience. Because initially, you just see the numbers, and those numbers really many a time don't indicate the reality at all. So that's what my take is. So initially, for some time, whether it is 3 months or 6 weeks or 2 weeks or 4 weeks, the mentoring has to happen free of cost, where the mentor is trying to understand what the company is, what the challenge is, and then may be able to understand also as to what the outcome could be. Is my take on this. Anybody else wants to comment to this perception of mine? Is it okay? Is it not okay? I'll just unshare my screen now.
So so if you allow me to speak,
yeah, please go on.
Yeah. So I think that anything that you give free, nobody values it. We breathe air for free, or nobody values air. We are polluting the bloody earth, you see. So the thing is, what I'm saying is what I'm seeing basically, because there are a few clients who are in the MSME category for me, whom I am consulting. Those who are very smart, those who have a very positive mindset, they are doing extremely well. Like, they are increasing their turnover by 50% and also reducing their waste by 25%. So there is so much opportunity in the country that, what I'm seeing is, if the entrepreneur is very, 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 very motivated or has a very good mindset, I can tell you, India is the land to be in. I mean, I have not seen, those entrepreneurs who have really taken on the risk and really want to change themselves. Opportunities coming to their doorsteps. They are getting orders from abroad, and with the China plus one strategy, a lot of these small scale and medium scale industries are getting orders. And, as Sandeep was talking about, capacity building, right? If you even look at the waste in the system, if you can address that, you can at least increase your capacity by 20%. And I'm seeing that in some industries. So I think that we have to also project some success stories of entrepreneurs in this industry to others, to the large pool of entrepreneurs, saying that you can do this, and this is the right time for you to really catapult into the next orbit. That is what I feel. And I think that if you change the mindset, become more quality conscious, because it is what the entrepreneur, the entrepreneur is the one who really sets the stage for everything to his direct reports. If he doesn't have a quality mindset, it is not going to work. It is just not going to work, you see. Okay, that's from my side.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you, Anand. I think
yeah.
it's very, very important. You spoke about success stories, you spoke about potential. Now, my question was, would you be in a position to assess the potential even before doing anything?
No.
Or do you need some time to assess the potential? That was the question.
Definitely need some time.
Yeah.
How much time would it be? 2-3 weeks to really talk to them and then understand what the current reality is? Because
at
most
least
of
the minimum of 6 weeks would be required.
6 weeks is what it is. Okay, understood. Yeah, thanks a lot. Anand, you also are in agreement with that. Some minimum time is required for understanding the potential before we really embark on a journey.
No, but
again,
like
that is required.
Again, like what Anand, if there is a mindset issue, the 6 weeks will not be even enough.
Yes.
That's a different issue. I think what Anand brought out, mindset, this could be there with certain people. At least I have not experienced this, but I'm hearing it. So it's a very important point to be addressed. If it's a mindset issue, then how to address that?
Okay.
That's
Ajit, would you like to tell? Ajit or Anvit, anybody else? Vivek?
With your permission, I will tell, listening to all these things, number one, what Anand said about free, very true. What we should do is, number one, go and tell the company, we will show you this change. Give a percentage of it. That's what I did with 2 companies during pandemic, and that became my module now. So now at present, I've got 3 companies. Straight away, I tell them, you're hovering around this. Let us multiply by 2. Number one. Number 2, entrepreneur is antarprerna. Otherwise, they cannot become entrepreneurs. It is antarprerna. Nobody on earth can become an entrepreneur unless they have an internal drive coming from inside. Right. The problem is The drive is there, the direction is missing nowadays because the whole market is changing. Okay. Number 3, what is happening is, as beautifully put, mindset. What is this mindset? My tendencies and my temperaments change because I am not getting the support which I used to get before. The whole spectrum of different age groups, as you rightly pointed out, which is coming in, if the mindset can be, and it is very easy, it is not difficult, because if you can somehow, I'm getting an idea now, if doHow can start an institute as soon as you finish your degree, ask companies what they want. We will do a profiling because our tendencies are different, but I go for a job because I go for a degree because there is scope, but my scape is missing inside. So if my scape is matching with my scope, that productivity has to improve. Unfortunately, I'm brainwashed to go as per society's definition rather than the design of the divinity. Each
Correct.
one of us is made for something. So if we are aligning our heart and the head and the hands, believe me, doHow can start an institute and align this, and ready-made, you give them people to work and things will simply fall into place.
Okay, understood. Yeah. Now, anybody else wants to comment anything? Okay, so last question. See, now I will take all these comments and revise the proposal once again, and then have a discussion with Narayan Prasanna and Sandeep. And after that, we will try to organize a meeting with LUB members. And also, I've spoken to BCIC. They also want to collaborate. So we can also invite their members. Who wants to come, I don't know. And depending on whichever MSME is interested, then I'll approach to one of you to see if you are interested in mentoring that MSME, and then we will go on board. And I understood that instead of giving everything free, we could do it as a success-based fee, in which case we will do 100% variable model. Depending on whatever success comes, part of it should be shared as a model, which is, I think, quite okay, understandable. And we'll try to start off and see where it takes us. That is my kind of concluding statement. And before I end, would any of you be interested in collaborating with me in preparing that proposal and the presentation?
How much time do you require?
I will do the presentation myself. I'll maybe create a small WhatsApp group, and after that we can
that way
we can work in the WhatsApp. Shivram wants to do it. Then Ajit.
Yeah.
And anybody else? Naresh, Vivek, and Avnit. Okay. Anvit. Okay. And anybody else? I just mark the names, which is Anvit. 1 minute. Vivek, can you just make a note of that? I don't have anything to write down here. Later we will. Ajit.
Tell me.
Ajit, Anvit, Vivek.
Anvit.
Vivek.
Yes.
Then Naresh, you also wanted to be part of that, right? Naresh. Then Shivram. Yeah, so I will just share my number here, and then you can please text me your number either through the SMS or through your. My number is plus 919972016873. I only need it from Anvit and from Shivram. Maybe you've keyed in the entry, right? In that when you registered, your number is there in the
Yes.
registration form. So okay,
I don't think I have entered, but I can send it across to you. No issues.
yeah, please do that. My number, I've just shared it now. Now, before we end, final concluding remarks to Narayan Prasanna, please. You started the meeting. You please end the meeting also.
Yes, I think it's a good initiative for the MSMEs to come up. You are all very experienced people, and I think Mr. Anand Deshpande, I think consultant, his talks are towards waste elimination and improving profitability, and everyone is having their own experiences. I think if at all we can college, I think we can formulate a syllabus of entrepreneurs empowerment program. It may be helpful, and there are many points for that. I think you are all experts for that. So initially we can, I think that you can develop, will also be there with you, how it can be attractive to MSMEs. That is most important. I think someone was telling success stories. I think Deshpande ji was telling, this is the motivational thing. So if we can create or energize the entrepreneurs, slow moving entrepreneurs, so that they can contribute years of entrepreneurship or business owning experience they may be having, and you people are having corporate approaches. Definitely, this is the need of the hour for not only for MSMEs, for the country. There are a lot of scope. We are talking about 5 trillion economy in the coming days. We are marching ahead with that buzzword. Uh, how to absorb that opportunity?
Yes.
Unless we accept it with the challenges, internal challenges, maybe the present staff may be of arrogant, or they are not ready to have this kind of improvement, because they have to bleed, right? So first we have to win their mindset. So that activity we have done earlier also. We can definitely, it is possible, but bringing in the interested entrepreneur is a challenge for Lagudyog Bharat, as Sandeep was telling. But out of 1,500, 2,000 people, we will get some hundreds of people. We'll try. And for Lagudyog Bharati, should be a marketing tool to have more membership. So everyone having their own goals. Definitely, by as a owner, I am telling I need my business to grow. As a Lagudyog Bharat, the responsible person, I am telling my membership has to grow. And definitely for you all, your knowledge has to be shared to the entrepreneurs so that they can perform better. Definitely everyone has to win. I thank all of you for your precious time with us, for sharing your knowledge and the points, whatever I myself, Sandeep and Dinakar was sitting and formulated these key points. It was matching everywhere. But solution, that's most important. We need to arrive, and it should be implemented from Lagudyog Bharati.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Prasanna. One small request, Anand, is it okay if I add you in a mentor group? Shivram also, there is a mentor group which I have got. We are not mentoring anybody, only a group of people who may become potential mentors in the future. Okay.
Yeah, sure.
I can add you
I'm
there.
more than happy. Yes, sure.
Yeah, and for those of you who are going to be part of that group, I would like to organize another session, maybe sometime next week. I will share it in the same group to explain the doHow system. Okay, I'm not trying to project or market myself. I'm only trying to show what I have done. Okay, if it makes sense, we can use that platform. Otherwise, we should have some kind of a common understanding as to what the platform should be. Should it be WhatsApp? Should it be mail? Should it be just a Google form? So that then we can go to the larger community to attract them. We should not start in a way where we each one does in a different path, and later we can't really find out what lesson can be learned. That's the reason. Yeah, Prasanna, you wanted to say something.
Yeah. I think your methodology on doHow, okay, the approach is good, but in some points it is something I think it can be more very nearer and dear to the MSMEs. I think we have discussed many times.
Yeah,
We need
but
to change a little.
This is a new system.
Prasanna, what we had done with you was the doHow gamification. This platform is basically a platform for mentoring itself. It's not that gamification is only one small element in this, but mainly it's a mentoring platform.
Your inputs is more charming than
Yeah, my inputs are there. So
MSME needs that, your experience and your knowledge for them.
Yeah. So I'll only share it with the team and then get their input similar to what we have done here. So that if that is not going to work out, then we need to have some platform before we start off, Prasanna. Whether it's some platform should be there, and that we will decide. And once we have decided, the mentor group has decided, then we will offer it and see what happens.
You come up with proposals, you join hands together and come up with, and I think now we have only Sandeep and me are here, and I think we will have some other people also who are very experienced entrepreneurs. We will analyze it before implementing.
Sure, absolutely. We'll do that. See, because let us take it go slow. There is a huge opportunity, and if you see the last 50, 60 years, despite having so many great consultants in the market, we have not really been able to create any wave in the industry, like what happened in Japan or even Korea for that matter. Korea also was quite back. China, We have not been able to do that, and the reason for that is multiple, and one of the reasons for that is our ability to collaborate together. We are more happy doing everything individually rather than doing it together. So let's try to work on this attempt and see where it takes us. Thank you so much for participating, and that's it. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you, everyone.
Thank you
Thanks
very
for
much
the
for this.
opportunity.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Yes.